Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel and my podcast Scintillating Moments with Babe. Thank you for tuning in and thank you for tuning in the last time. I really enjoyed your feedbacks and for those that sent their feedback through WhatsApp, thank you so much. It was really amazing having you guys send your feedbacks. Thank you so much. And from our feedback, I have a topic to discuss which is going to replace what we are supposed to have discussed today, but that's not bad because I believe we're all going to learn and it's going to be really scintillating, like the podcast says, scintillating moments with Babe. So welcome, sit back, hold your popcorn, and get ready to enjoy every bit of it. So I was asked questions by one of my listeners, and today I'll be sharing my views because she said a lot of people are going to learn from your views, and it would be very nice if you can actually share your views with us. So I'll be taking those questions one by one, and I hope you're going to tell me your own view when you're done listening to mine. Okay? So the first question she asks us, how long does it take to heal? Of course, this question was prompted from the last podcast, which I talked about the act of healing and preparing yourself for marriage. So she asked me, how long does it take one to actually heal? And I told her that healing is a process. There is no time stated time that this is the time to say you've healed. Maybe after a month or two you say you've healed or something. No, you can't just say that you've healed after some time, or maybe you just give yourself like a month or two and say you've healed. No, it's something that you would know within yourself that okay, I've healed. It's something that you would know. It's personal. Healing time is personal. It can take a year, 2, 6 months for different individuals. It's really personal, and it's something that when you've healed, you know that okay, you don't really need anyone to fill in that gap, that hurt within you. You don't need someone to help you heal anymore. You've healed, like you're complete, and you're ready to complete someone else, to make someone else whole as well. So it's a process, it's something that you know deep within you that you're really okay. So the next question she asked was, what do you think about love personally? And when she talked about this, I was about to say, love is kind, love is this. And she said, no. Not biblical view. I want your personal view. And I told her, okay, love to me is beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. It's amazing for anyone to experience. I feel that it's really nice and wonderful for someone to experience being cared for and caring for someone else unconditionally. It's nice. It's not something that you start doing because it's transactional or something. It's just natural. You just care for the person unconditionally. You see this type of unconditional love most times in a mother caring for a child. It's so unconditional. You know that moment that you've gone through the process of delivering a child and then you just see the child and all the pain is gone. So it's so unconditional. You just say it just happens. And of course, the love of God for us. Okay? So it's love. Love is beautiful. It's nice when it's unconditional. It's good for every other person to experience. Yeah. And then she asked another question. Question number 3. Do men love unconditionally? Okay. Well, I would say that most of the times men love transactionally, not unconditionally. Before you start attacking me, let me explain. Okay. So you see, when I say transactionally is if a man doesn't see reasons why he should love you, if he's not seeing there are some qualities that he might be looking out for. It's natural in men, just like the way women are naturally emotional. It's natural for men to be transactional. God that created them told them, men love your wives because he knows that they are naturally transactional. And he said, women respect your husband because he knows that naturally women are emotional and are going to just love their husbands. Okay, but just like I said, men are transactional in loving. They just look out for something and they're like, this is what I want, this is what I'm looking out for, in this relationship. And once they see it in you, they love you. That doesn't mean that they don't love unconditionally. There are some times that men love women unconditionally as well. You just ask the person, and the person is like, I don't know. Oh my guy, I just love he. I just love her. She's good. She's good. She's good. The person just keeps repeating. She's good. She's good. She's nice. Person doesn't have this reason in particular why um he loves the lady in question, okay? But then it's just that it's just natural. In such cases, that type of unconditional love is just natural. They just see you and they naturally fall for you and they just love you that way. But men, most of the time, 70% of the times, are transactional in loving. But if they want to love you unconditionally, they will. So the next question is, are you in love right now? Hey, when she asked me this question, I was like, this is a very personal question. But then, no, in reality, I'm not. I'm in my healing period. So I wouldn't want to use anyone to fill in that gap of being loved. There are times that you want someone around, you want this, you want that. Yes, it's normal. I'm human. To want someone around, someone to talk to, someone to reach out to once in a while is normal. But then I'm in this period where I feel I need to heal properly before I can get into another relationship. That is why when I talk about the act of healing, I take it personal when I'm telling people that these are things I feel one should do before getting into a relationship. Healing is very important. I've been reading lots of books, listening to lots of talks, getting lots of counseling, and it's really helping me in the healing period. And I'm growing in the healing period. It's something that is quite interesting to heal. Okay, but then to be in love or looking for someone to fill in that gap right now, no. And I'm happy about that because I'm healing. Then the next question she asked was, what happens when your partner comes back repentant, changed, or committed when you have healed? Well. Okay. Personally, to me, I'm a Christian, so forgiveness shouldn't be until the person comes. Okay, I should learn to forgive anybody that hurts me, even before the person asks me to forgive the person. But then, just before you rush into going back to your relationship because you've healed and the person comes back, forgiveness doesn't mean you should forgive and go back to your relationship. Neither does it mean that you should forgive and stay away from the person. Okay, it's a two-way thing. It's left for you. It's a personal decision. You look into yourself and tell yourself, okay, now I've healed. Let me understand what happened previously in the relationship. Now you look at the previous state of the relationship. You look at different factors. Was it abusive? Was it toxic? What was the background of the relationship? Like, what was the background of that relationship? Talking about background, I'm looking at the family of the person you are even in a relationship with. How were you treated? These are things you should ask yourself, not just this person in particular, but the family as well. Because the truth is, most of the times we say, you're not marrying this person, you're not marrying the person's family, you're marrying this individual. My dear, you're marrying this person, you're marrying the family. In fact, the family is marrying you. So all these things are involved. So you're going to look at all these factors, and then you always have this constant reminder of what it took you to heal, because healing is an intense period. There are sometimes you will literally break down. There are sometimes you will cry, and be like, oh my god, I need someone to talk to. And then you end up talking to yourself during the healing period. There are sometimes you just stay moody for days. Remind yourself of what it took you to heal and heal properly. Remind yourself of what it took you. When you have that at the back of your mind, it will help you make a very concrete decision on whether to go back or not. There are some people that have healed and their partners came back repentant or changed or committed, and they are doing excellently well. Like, if you look at their relationship, is a wow. But then there are some people that have healed and their partners came back claiming to be repentant and committed, and then they go back to their relationship and it's an unmitigated disaster. Like, they end up being more shattered than they were in the first instance. So it's all about you. You have to be critical in thinking at that moment. So the last question she asked me, how was your Valentine? Hey God. And I looked at myself, I said, oh God, this lady that I just told that I'm in my healing period is asking me how was my Valentine. Okay, fine. My Valentine was cool. My Valentine was okay. It was it was nice. It was a season of love. So like we always say Valentine, the moment to spread love, to feel loved and all that. It's a season of love. It was cool. I feel my Valentine this year was much better than my Valentine last year because at least I wasn't in the delusion of what was existing, thinking that something was existing when nothing was actually existing. So this year, that was a little bit under the weather during the Valentine, on the day of the Valentine, but I felt much better on my own and doing some things for myself on that day. It was a busy day for me and a resting evening for me. So it was cool. And if I felt, because she was like, did you feel lonely or not? For you to be in the healing period, the truth is, I felt there are seasons that you feel lonely, and then I felt, oh, I'm all alone. But then I remember that no, I'm not all alone. I have myself, I have my family, and I have good friends around me. So I wasn't all alone. So it was just left for me to go out, reach out to those people and feel loved. Love doesn't have to be when it comes from that person you really or so much wanted to be with or want to be with. The love can come from you to yourself. It can come from the family and of course from friends that genuinely care about you. And of course, as a Catholic, that evening I even went to church to start my Lenten observance. Like, God, I am for you. That kind of feeling. So Valentine was cool for me. So that is it. And so, how was Valentine for you? Tell me. It's a season of love. But then I watched something on Facebook, and then I saw one post by Mr. Zapke, about a lady that traveled all the way from Owerri to surprise the the so-called or the boyfriend in quote, and she kept shouting, "My boyfriend of 3 years left me for a quick quick." It was very, very hilarious. I kept laughing, but then I felt happy. I felt happy because I knew what she was going through. Or was it a season of love really for you? A day of love, like you felt loved and you really cared for someone. Tell me how your Valentine was. I really want to know. And then I'll see you and we'll discuss more on my next podcast. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for staying with me. I love you. Do have a beautiful week ahead. Stay cool and stay blessed. Mwah. Bye.